Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 a little later this evening. Students from the School of the Arts joined community leaders today and took a leading role in discussions at a youth mental health forum. The event bringing together experts, educators and students all to discuss the challenges, questions and solutions they have surrounding mental well-being. Ryan Hermanette heard from some of the students who spoke today and shares why they say having these discussions is more important now than ever before. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Izzy. Today was a day for the youth of Rochester, their parents and community partners to come together and talk about a thing that isn't talked about enough: mental health. This comes after the tragic death of a 15-year-old School of the Arts student back in March, with other students at the school leading panel discussions about the challenges they're faced with on a daily basis. The event was organized by officials with the City of Rochester, uniting these families with resources such as the Persons in Crisis team, Center for Youth, and Breathe Deep, to name a few. The topics discussed by these community members covering everything from peer pressure, which comes from being a high school student, to substance abuse and ways to overcome. The students I heard from earlier this morning were receptive of these discussions and emphasized the importance of talking about mental health, especially with high schoolers. Now, city leaders and students alike are planning ways to continue the conversation and show those who need support they're not alone.
I believe mental health is really important because it's really all where everything starts. You know, the brain is where everything starts. You know, without a good brain, you know, good mental, you cannot, you know, have everyday interactions, everyday conversations, and just be you.
It's okay to not be okay. Mental health is real, and it's a problem in the world today.
It's so important because who better knows what young people are going through than young people? And we're also bringing in adults as well, which is pretty cool. So in order to really help people, we have to make sure that we put resources in front of them. But more importantly, we have to create the spaces for people to be able to connect and have conversations with the resources that are there.
Now, later this year, on August 6th through the 8th, the city is hosting 3 separate mental health services events at rec centers across Rochester, at which counselors will be available for walk-in sessions with folks in the community who may be in need. And of course, those facing immediate mental health crises can call 988, which is the 24/7 National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Reporting in studio, Ryan Hermanette, News 8.